Hey guys, Clayton with Lakeshore Customs here. Today we're in Grand Haven, Michigan, working on a stair build, going from house up on the top of the bluff all the way down to a parking pad here. Fortunately, we get to try out these new stop digging screws. It's a newer product that has recently hit the market, and it's saving our backs from digging holes on these bluffs here in northern Michigan. So far, enjoying the product and easy install. So we're about 3/4 of the way down here. We probably got a good handful of screws left to do before we reach this parking pad down here, and we're gonna get after it this morning and try to finish her up. So these screws come in sizes of 4 foot, 5 foot, and 8 foot. And today we're installing 8 foot just because we're in a sandy soil. We're installing the 8 foot screws today. Little trick that we learned so we don't have to lug around a ladder on the bluff is we'll actually use our post hole diggers for a little bit just to kind of have a nice little spot for that screw to get started. And sometimes you can actually screw them in by hand a little bit just to get them further down so we're not 8 foot in the air on a 33-degree slope. Wyatt's using his plumb bob marking center, and that's right where this screw's got to go. Yeah. Okay, so we got it all marked out here. Started our hole a little bit with a post hole digger. Got the screw in there. Kind of threaded it by hand a little bit just to like put some tension on it. And we're getting the head set up on right now. Got our support bar or leverage bar that's going down the hill here. And we're gonna start getting the screw in. What do you want to check that?
Maybe a little bit more. Yeah.
All right, so we just got our first screw in here. Another thing that we want to hit on here is just how much time this saves us. Like during this weather and the sandy soil condition that we're working in here, it's really hard to dig a hole 42 inches deep, or we like to go past that. So when we're digging footers, we usually dig them 48. But that would be almost impossible here due to the time of the year and the sand so dry to just fill in your holes. So this is saving us a lot of time putting these screws in, and we just blew the newtons out of the water here. I think we were supposed to hit 300 and we hit 1500. So this is a really good option for any sort of stairway on a hill. We're 8 foot down here, so we're plenty far deep enough past that slip level of where a hill could erode. So feeling really confident about this solution and how it can help us save time and our backs a little bit. So we're gonna move on to screw number 2 here, get that marked out, and get this one in the ground. Okay, so a little trick we learned, we got our 2 levels up here, marking both directions for plumbing this screw here. Wyatt's holding the button to get this thing to go, so we're able to like stop it quick and move this thing around. There's also you can actually hit the button and it'll go continuously, but we found it to be better to just hold it to have it go, just so we're able to manipulate the screw a little bit. So he's holding the button. Liam's holding our bar down there. A little tough getting this thing to gain leverage on a 33-degree slope, but we're working on it, and probably gonna take I'd say about 5 more minutes, and this thing will be down to where we need it. Can you put your foot on it? All right, so we just got our second screw in. We're gonna start framing up this landing so we can mark out our next 2 screws after this. All right, so we just squared this end, this stringer, off our line and got this beam in place. So we're gonna get this all fastened in, and then we're gonna start framing up this landing with some 2x8s. All right, so we got a couple screws in this morning, and the guys are down there finishing up the landing that we got all set up for. We're coming up here just to do a quick walkthrough of kind of how we've used these screws previously on this project already. So you can kind of see we've gotten a few in previously on this build already prior to where we were going down to today. So we were able to do about a 3-day install on a beam in 1 day. So we actually had all 5 of these screws in and the beam temped up, ready to go by early afternoon when we were working on the beam for this deck build here. So it was really able to help us speed up efficiency. We just set up our laser level and drive all these screws down. You can see how they're all perfectly level here. And we blew our Newton range out of the water. So they say you're going to want to hit around 300 Newtons for these to really hold and do their job. And I think we hit 800 on all of these. And those ones down there, we were in 1,000 range. So 1,000 to 1,500. So using the 8-foot screws in the sandy soil is definitely going to help if there's any sort of erosion from water. Wind isn't really going to play a role too much, but 8-foot screws on a sandy hill is definitely the move, and it's going to speed you up efficiently. And yeah, it's a great product. We're going to be using it a lot here.